Going now.
Okay, so here we are looking at the Rome Katana, which was new last year and we reviewed, but they made a lot of upgrades to the binding this year. And, you know, it looks like the strap's a little different. They kind of
hangs out there. Right?
Yeah,
the heel strap, the ankle strap hangs out there.
So the straps, this is what they had last year. They have this little rubber thing that pulls it out, and you can adjust that. But what I want to talk about was the toe strap here has, you know, last year both Peter and I kind of had some issues with this. You just couldn't, you know, this is so soft here that it wouldn't stop cranking, and you would just crank all the way down to the last thing, and it would stretch all the way over your toe. This year, you still crank it way, I think, way too much.
Way farther.
I like going to a point where it stops.
Yeah.
On my toe.
Or starts
I like
feeling like
cranking the shit out of my toe.
Yeah.
And keeping this kind of soft, like not cranking it too hard, and keeping it so you're not putting pressure points. Because there's no pressure point on my toe. This just never stops. This year it's a little better, and I felt like, okay, it didn't just like crank all the way to the end, but it's still like, I still think it's a little too much. But I like the improvement.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like we talked about last year, they have D3O along the bottom, which is what, Peter?
Polyelastic viscoelastic polymer.
You guys are about the same time. MacGruber. We love MacGruber. But anyways, you can see it's got some dampening qualities along the bottom. What D3O does is it's this thin, soft little dough, and it's all soft and mellow until it's hit, and then it forms this like exoskeleton. So it's an excellent dampener.
Much like BC's nipples.
They really are. They're small, but they really can form an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're small but firm. And
hit a golf ball with those things.
Yeah. Well, a very small golf ball because they're small nips.
It's miniature golf.
I got many nips. But this has just a nice damp but responsive toe and heel. Great shock absorption. The high back, pardon me, Jimbo.
Okay.
The high back has a good flex. You know, it's got a little bit of a twist, but it's got a little give on the top. But I still found this very responsive.
Very responsive.
Really powering this kind of like stiffer, aggressive board edge to edge really easy.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, I like these bindings. I'd say my only complaint is they feel a little like heavy. They feel lighter than the other Rome bindings, but you know, no real complaints. Oh, one other thing we forgot to talk about. You can undo this and move this angle of your ankle strap to anywhere you want. So it comes, if you want higher,
like higher
for
up
more
on the
response,
ankle? Yep.
Huh.
yeah, or lower for more of a park feel. It does. You can do it either way. And so the ankle straps, as a result, you can see it's pretty far on the outside. And I thought that would really eliminate like that feeling of locking in your heel, but it doesn't. I still felt my heel pretty well locked in. It wasn't, you know, anything exceptional, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as what I thought it would be from having a ankle strap start so far out from the heel cup. So that's my thought. What do you guys think?
Okay, I personally love the Katana, except for the toe strap, which I thought they told us that they'd improved it a lot this year. But on my size 8.5 boot, this is a medium-sized binding, and before anyone goes like, "Well, it was a size 8.5 boot," trust me, I've done like 100 different bindings, you know, on these boots, and I find that at a point, like, boom, I've got my toe strap solidly locked in. You know, that feels super secure.
Yeah.
At this point, I had this cranked all the way down over here, had it cranked in, which it has these two different settings. Well, it goes on more.
Yeah, you can put one here or one here.
Yeah.
All the way back. He had them all the way back.
I had them all the way back, right back here. You can adjust these. They're easy, but I'm not doing it right properly.
Yeah,
right now.
yes, adjustability really great.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
oh, there we go. Yeah. See.
Pop and lock.
Yeah, exactly. You can pop and lock them right there. And I had everything adjusted all the way, and I was still cranked all the way down.
It's because you want to feel it.
I want to feel it.
You want to feel it.
And I wasn't.
I want to feel
something, you know.
All right, Trent.
Somebody who loves me, please, somebody who loves me. But other than that, I mean, I think that they still have a little bit of work to go on their toe strap, but most people out there absolutely love them.
Hey,
right. You got to get over the fact of feeling on your toes, I think, and this could be for any of the toe strap. I'm thinking back and now thinking forward.
Us to get
like
over it,
sometimes
you
you'll look down.
Rome?
Sometimes you'll look down and then you'll feel like your toe strap's not on, but it's still there.
Maybe I just
because all you need to do is see that it's there.
But I have to get over to get under.
It's rubber there, so it'll stick to the toe. Like it won't feel like it's pushing on your boot, which is that security that people want. But like if you just put it there and place it there, it should stay right in the corner.
It's there.
Right.
Our foot was there, but we're just used to something else.
But
hey, one thing that's interesting, I just noticed.
Check out the footage.
You got this heel under wrap loop here, and then look at this side.
What's happening?
Asymmetrical heel under loop wrap. Very interesting. I didn't really notice the difference. But it's pretty cool.
A lot of times binding companies do a lot of things. They're like, this is going to revolutionize the game. And you're like, but did it?
But I mean, I think it's a good idea. Like now that I'm looking at this tech, it's like a good idea because it makes it a little more friendly, a little easier up here. Reduces a little weight because really all the pull is, back a little bit back this way. See, it's more on the asymmetrical side, and so kind of a cool idea. A nice way to reduce some weight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. I mean, the edge to edge, the initiation, the dampening. Are through the roof on this binding. The tech is there. I mean, they have probably poured more tech into this binding than I've seen in almost any binding ever. Just more different adjustability features and all sorts of crazy doohickeys and things they tell you do things and stuff. And I absolutely love this binding. Doohickeys, yeah. It does a hickey. But the toe strap, just for me, I don't know why, even though it feels really good underfoot, I just want to feel it.
You want to feel it push you on your
feel
foot.
It crank into my toe.
Otherwise, it's a great binding.
Yeah,
I would not fault you if you bought this. This is, I could recommend see
it.
myself. Yeah, I could easily see myself on this binding.
Yeah.
Feel underfoot though, it feels like, this whole section is feels a little dead. Like from, where this is, all the contact there. It's not a real buttery, playful binding, but it's very good edge-to-edge response, and I think for the right rider, I think they could have a lot of fun, and like the D3O idea a lot.
Yeah.
So, Katana, nice improvement over last year.